Do you want to pass your national examination? This video is for you. Welcome back to the science family. Today we are going to correct the Senior 3 History and Citizenship National Examination 2023-2024 for both Paper 1 and Paper 2. Paper 1 is the history of Africa, Paper 2 is the history of Europe and the rest of the world. Stay until the end because I will explain difficult questions and show you how examiner expect answers in national exam. We are going to start with paper 1, History of Africa. Here we have some instruction. Main is this one, number 3. This paper consists of two sections, A and B. Section A, attempt all questions. This section is made up objective question and short answer question. Section B, attempt any two questions. This section is made up the essay type question and should be answered in essay form. Section A, attempt all questions. Question 1. I. Mention the source of history which is the most inconvenient to use for people with hearing impairments. What do you think? We have 4 options, A, B, C, D. The best answer is letter B, oral tradition. Depends on reasoning, so people with hearing impairments may find it difficult to use. I2. Which of the following is disadvantage of using oral source of history? Choose the best question. The best answer is letter A, distortion of information. Information passed orally may change from one person to another over the time. That is a disadvantage of using oral source of history. Question 2, I. Choose among the following a historical source refers to the scientific study of excavated material or remains from the past. The best answer is letter B, archaeology. Archaeology is a study of remains such as tools, bones, pottery, and building from past. I2. Studying history holds a significant importance for individual societies, countries, and civilizations. In which way among the following statements? The correct answer is letter D. All the above are correct. Developments, patriotism, we career opportunities, helps people understand the past and future. That is all correct. That is all important of individual, society, country, and civilization of history. Let's continue by question 3. Use the terms given in brackets to fill in the space below appropriately. Civilization, colonization, exploration, and decolonization. I dash refers to a situation in which a powerful country rules or controls a weak one for its own economic gains. What do you think? What the terms match to this sentence? The best term to put in a sentence A is what we call colonization. Colonization refers to a situation in which powerful country rules or control a weak one for its own economic gains. B dash dash is defined as traveling to place or through an unfamiliar area in order to learn about it. The best option is that one, exploration. Exploration is defined as traveling to a place or through an unfamiliar area in order to learn about it. C dash dash refers to the process through which people settling on a territory improve their ways of living during a given period of time. The best option is that one, civilization. Civilization refers to the process through which people settling or territory improve their ways of living during a given period. The dash dash is the act of withdrawal of colonialists granting independence to a colony. The best option is this last one, decolonization. Decolonization is granting independence to a colony. Let's continue by question 4. Match each year in column A below with an incident in Rwanda in column B. We have column A and we have column B. We are going to match this one to the best fit. Let's start by A. 1962 match 2. 8 match 2 I2. The independence of Rwanda. B 1994. What do you think is the best fit? B it match to I1. The genocide against Tutsi in Rwanda. C 1959 match to this one match to I2, the refugee crisis in Rwanda. D 1990 match to D it match to V, the liberation war in Rwanda. 1973 match to E it match to I4, the coup d'etat by Habyarimana against Kayibanda. 5. Show the social consequence of discriminatory policy based on ethnicity during the First Republic of Rwanda. The best option is letter D. All the above are correct because the discrimination caused Prescription of Tutsi, banning of house, displacement from homes, those are the consequence of discriminatory policy. Question 6I. Match the reader in column A with their kingdom in column B. Column A we have reader, column B we have kingdom. We are going to match reader to the kingdom. First A, King Alvelo first. King first Alvelo. Match 2. I3 Congo Kingdom. B, Kabaka Mutesi. Match 2. It match 2 I2 Buganda Kingdom. C, King Kigeli for Rwawigiri. Match 2. C match 2 I1 Rwanda Kingdom. I2, one of the following factors is a causing for downfall of Buganda Kingdom. Write the letter corresponding to that factor. The correct answer is letter A, death of capable, strong, and able leaders. Weak leadership contribute to decline in Buganda Kingdom. Question number 7I. Select among the following terms that refers to the continuation or reimposition of imperialist rule by a state over and another normally independent state. We have 4 options. Which one is the best? The best one is this one, letter C, neocolonialism. Neocolonialism means powerful countries continue controlling independent state indirect. I2. Which of the following is a statement that explains the role played by superpower in the colonization of Africa? We have 4 options. Choose the best one. The best answer is letter D. All the above are correct. I3. Select the 2 colonial masters of Rwanda from option given below. Choose the best. The best option is letter C, Belgium and German. German colonized Rwanda first, then Belgium after First World War. Question 8I. Among the statements below, which one was the main purpose of Berlin Conference held from November 1884 to February 1885 in Berlin? Choose the best option. The best option is letter A, to divide Africa among Europe powers. Europe countries meet in Berlin to share Africa territories. Let's continue to the next question. I2, assimilation policy was a one-off colonial system of administration used by colonialists after successful colonializing Africans. Which of the following is not true about policy? The best option is letter B. This policy was used by French, British, and Belgians. This is not true because assimilation was mainly used by French. Let's continue to the next question. I3, among the colonial systems of administration below, show the system where indigenous and political administrative institutions were replaced with those of colonies. Choose the best option. The best option is letter B, direct rule. Direct rule replaced African leaders with Europe official. Next, IV. What does mummification mean in Egyptian civilization? Choose the best answer. The best answer is the letter B. It was the conservation of dead bodies. Ancient Egyptians preserved dead bodies for religious reason. Let's continue to the question 9. The genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda was the fastest and the cruelest ever recorded in history of humanity. Which of the following is right about the genocide? Choose the best answer. The best answer is letter D. All above are correct. Question 10. A. With schedule or drawing, explain why transatlantic slave trade was also called triangular trade. What do you think? Transatlantic trade was a trade between West Africa and America across Atlantic Ocean and again across Atlantic Ocean to Europe and back to Africa. It was a trade between three continents, Europe, Africa, and America, across Atlantic Ocean. This trade was organized in the form of triangle. Because of this form, it is called triangular trade. From America to Europe, the raw material is coffee. From Europe to Africa, the raw material is manufactured goods, mills, guns, and utensils. From Africa to America, we trade ocean slaves. B. Enumerate any 5 ways in which Africans were enslaved. Enumerate any 5 ways in which Africans were enslaved. Africans were enslaved in 5 ways. These were: criminals were served by chiefs as a punishment. Free Africans were captured in raids by African and European gangs. C. Domestic slaves were reserved to Europeans. Prisoners of war and debtors who failed to pay would be served. Porters who went carrying goods to the coast were normally kidnapped and sold into slavery. Question 11a, identify and 5 consequences of decolonization of Africa. The consequence of decolonization of Africa, we have a 5. The first is political independence. Second, nationalism identities. Third, border issues, economic challenge, emergence of nation state, struggle for resources, educational transformation, cultural revival, shift in international region, and military rules. Let's continue by section B. Section B, attempt any 2 questions. Question 12, discuss the positive consequence of colonial reforms on Africa society. The consequence of colonial reforms of positive consequence of colonial reforms on Africa society. In this question, you must have 3 parts: introduction, body, and conclusion. The main ideas about positive consequence of colonial reforms of Africa society. The first is modernization of Africa agriculture, spread of Christianity, construction of school, introduction of monetary economy, construction of hospitality, civilization of Africa, culture exchange, and development of road network. Question 13, analyze the root causes of the 1990 liberation war in Rwanda. Analyze the root of cause of 1990 liberation war in Rwanda. Also, this question have 20 marks. You must answer in a 3 parts. Introduction, we have 2 marks, but you have 60 marks, and also conclusion, we have 2 marks. You must choose the best points as the cause of liberation war in Rwanda in 1990. For example, 8 points, and also each point explain well, and then you get 2 marks for each. The first point, as the cause of liberation war in Rwanda, they refused to allow Rwanda refugees to return home, ethnic and regional division, intimidation, killing of opposition politicians, increasing of dictatorship in Rwanda, participation of Rwandans in other movements of national liberation, need to restore national unity among Rwandans, need to establish true democracy, need to eradicate racism against Tutsi and sectarians, and so on. And also a poor management of state affairs, rise of able and visionary leaders. And then each point explain where you get 2 marks. If you put 8 points, you must get 10 marks. Question 14, the Egyptian civilization is said to have contributed a lot to the modern Rwanda, modern world. Support this statement by examining its contribution. The Egyptian civilization is said to have contributed a lot to the modern world. Support this statement by examining its contribution. This question have 20 marks. We must answer this question in the 3 parts: introduction, body, and conclusion. In introduction, you get 2 marks. In a body, you get 60 marks. And conclusion, you have 2 marks. If you put 8 points with their explanation, you get 2 marks. And then in the body, you get 60 marks. And then in introduction and conclusion, we get 4 marks. Egyptian civilization has contributed a lot to the modern world through invention of the following. We have hieroglyphics. Here it aorist Egyptian type of writing where picture, symbol, sign were used to represent ideas. We have mummification. Was a conservation for dead bodies. Medicine. We have paper, calendar, irrigation, mathematics, science, art, and technology. Let's continue to the next question. Question 15. Assess the political and the socio-economic effects of exploration of Africa. In this question, you have 20 marks. You must answer this question using 3 parts: introduction, body, and conclusion. Introduction, you have 2 marks. Body, you have 60 marks. Conclusion, we have 2 marks. Political, also we have drawing of a map of Africa. It led to discover for sea rotate to India. Exploration opened the interior Africa to Europe. It led to colonization of Africa. It made Europeans to increase their political to create colonial empire for prestige. Knowledge about the earth increased. Here we have the additional point. For example, rise of African resistance, signing of Africa chief. In economic, we have exploration of Africa resulted in introduction of new products. And also we have Africa become market of Europe finished goods. And also we have introduction of plantation agriculture and the rearing of exotic breeds of livestock. And also we have development of many trading posts in Rwanda. In Africa. Here we have the additional point. And then the last one is social. It contributes to the stopping of slave trade. Africa adopted a new culture and also it led to production of a new race. This is the additional point. Thank you so much for watching this paper 1. Now we are going to continue the paper 2, history of Europe and the rest of the world. We have some instruction. For example, in this instruction 3, this paper consists of 2 sections, A and B. Section A attempt all questions. This section is made up of objective and short answer question. Section B attempt any 2 questions. This section is made up of essay type question and should be answered in essay form. Let's start by section A, attempt all question. Question 1. Which one of the following is not consequence of conflict and the violence? We have 4 options. Choose the best one. The best answer is letter B, better service delivery, because conflict and violence destroy society. They cause family separation, sexual harassment, and destruction of infrastructure. The better service delivery is the positive effect, so it is not consequence of violence. Let's continue by I2. Select a factor that can lead to conflict and violence in our societies. We have 4 options. Choose the best answer. The best answer is letter D. All the above are correct. Inequality, corruption, scarcity of resources as all create disagreement and competition in society, which may lead to violence. Let's continue to the next question. Question number 2, Rwanda face values economic hindrance. Some are related to the trade and the commerce. Which one of the following is not a reason why Rwanda has these hindrance? We have 4 options. Choose the best answer. The best answer is the letter C. Rwanda has a higher level of production. Higher production improvement the economy. Rwanda's challenges come from being landlocked, lack of some resources, and limited market. Note, Rwanda has higher level production. I2. Types of hindrance in Rwanda are categorized into 3. Which of the following is not a category? Choose the best. The best answer is letter B, early marriage hindrance. Early marriage hindrance is a social problem, not a category. I3. Match each organ in column A with its roles and function in column B. We have organ A and organ B. A. Judiciary. Match 2. Judiciary match 2. I2. Interpreting laws. B. Legislature match 2. Legislature match 2. I3. Making laws that govern the state. The last one, executive match 2. Executive match to the first one, managing the affairs of our country in accordance with the law. Let's continue to the next question. Question number 3. Values are a principle or standard of behavior. Among the following options, select the types of values. The correct answer is letter D. All the above are correct. Ethics, social and aesthetic values are all categories of values guiding human behavior. Question 4. Using the words given in brackets and complete the sentence below appropriately. Bias, intolerance, prejudice, stigma, and harassment. Let's start by A. A dash dash is persistent attacks and criticism causing worry and distress or an excessive intimidation. Which one is the best? The best one is this one: harassment as a repeated intimidation. B, dash refers to an association of disgrace or public disapproval of something such as an action or condition. The best one is this one: stigma as the shame. C, dash is an opinion from the beforehand or without knowledge of fact. The correct point is prejudice. Prejudice is a judgment before knowing facts. The dash is inclination towards something. The best one is that one: bias. The last one, dash is the acts of not accepting other pupils' opinions or beliefs or practice. The correct answer is the last one: intolerance. Let's continue to the next question, question 5. The First World War broken out on the 28th July 1914, and it involved all the world's great powers, which were assembled in two opposing alliances. Which country made up the Triple Entente during the First World War? The correct answer is letter C: France, Britain, and Russia. Those are countries from the Triple Entente areas before First World War. I2. Which country that gave Serbian an ultimatum affect the 1914 Sarajevo incident? The correct answer is letter B: Australia. Let's continue to the next. I3. Among the options given below, select the immediate cause of the First World War. The best answer is letter C: the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Question 6I. The following are significant results of the French Revolution except the best answer is letter A: signing of Versailles Peace Treaty. The Versailles Treaty was signed after First World War in 1919, not during the French Revolution. Next, I2. The following are the main social classes in French society before French Revolution, except the correct answer is this one: B, Jacobins. Jacobins were a political group, while a social class were clergy, nobility, and peasant. Let's continue to the next question, question 7. Among the following options, show statement that explain the term democratization. The best answer is letter B, the transition to a more democratic politic system. Uh, Democratization means moving toward democracy and pupils participate in leadership. I2, which of the following is not characteristics of a democratic system? The correct answer is letter D, centralized power in the hands of single rule. Democracy involves sharing power and respecting right. Okay. Are we together? Yes, let's continue. I3. Which of the following is a characteristics of a free and fair election? The correct answer is letter C, transparent electoral process. Election must be transparent and without intimidation. Let's continue. Continue to the question 8. The following are the cause of American Revolution except. The correct answer is letter D, the French Revolution. American Revolution happened before the French Revolution. Question 9. The League of Nations was an international peacekeeping body formed after the First World War. Its official came into existence on January 10, 1920, with its headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland. What was the primary objective of League of Nations when it was established? The correct answer is letter C, the promotion of international operation and peace. The League of Nations was created to maintain peace of the First World War. I2, in the context of League of Nations, what did the term mandate refer to? The best option is the letter A, a territory administered by colonial powers on behalf of League. Former colonials of defeated countries were governed temporarily by powerful nations under the League. Okay. Question 10a, examine any 5 factors that influence social cohesion in a community. The factors influencing social cohesion. The first is history, shared past, good or bad, can enable people to live peacefully. Education, school teach about obligation of citizen behavior and so on. Also political views, people with same political views are united. Socioeconomic status, government regulation, peer group pressure, active listening, taboos, respect of human rights, interest, heritage, and live, and also, and so on. Let's continue to the B, outline the importance of living together in harmony. Harmony means peaceful coexistence among people from different backgrounds. The following are some importance of living together in harmony. First, it enables sharing of knowledge and skills among people like students at school, pupil in village. Second, it enables people to live and work together to achieve common goals, or conflict people cannot achieve common goals. Next, it helps to avoid social strife and the struggle among people of a given society or country. Next, harmony creates happiness and respect among people. It promotes social cultural activities such as community work, interclan and interreligious marriage, and so on. Let's continue to the question 11a. List any five aims of the 1918 19 Versailles Peace Treaty. Here we have aims of 1919 Versailles Peace Treaty. The first, to maintain lasting peace in the world, to look for ways of punishing German and her allies, to promote political integrity of independent state, to reduce production of dangerous weapons, to redraw the map of Europe, to set up a body for maintaining international peace, to reset the refugees or displaced people, to exchange the war prisoners, to put end on the First World War, and to disarm all powers. Now we are going to continue to the section B, attempt to question. Let's start by question 12. Elaborate the challenges that Rwanda face in the process of achieving self-reliance and dignity. Okay, social hindrance here, these are based on social relation and internal interaction among Rwanda due to different social group. For instance, we have a farmers and business class, educated and no non-educated, those in the unity and self-reliance in Rwanda. This is as introduction. This question have 20 marks. You must put your answer into three parts. Introduction, body, and conclusion. In body, we have economic hindrance are those that are related to trade and commerce. For example, Rwanda is a landlocked country. The next is political hindrance are those that are related to political situation of country, neighboring country, problem in international relation. The next is limited capital to exploit available resources. Exploitation of natural resources is a negative effect by lack of enough capital. The next, limited entrepreneurial skills. Many Rwanda have not put much effort to start small scale business. Next is the poor infrastructure development, for example, road in rural areas. Yes. Next is limited market, both at home and abroad. Next is the lower level of technology development, political instability in neighboring countries, uh, effect of 1994 genocide against Tutsi, lower level of production, and so on. And after explaining the point on the body, you must add the conclusion. The government of Rwanda tried to deal with those hindrances to dignity and self-reliance by putting some strategies such as Agaciro Development Fund, Girinka Program, Abunzi, Ndi Umunyarwanda, Umuganda, etc. Question 13. Assess the effects of disability in community. Effect of disability in community. This question have 20 marks. You can first introduction, body, and conclusion. Introduction have 2 marks, body you have 60 marks, and conclusion we have 2 marks. On body we put the main effect of disability in community. The first is break up families, discrimination, stigma, okay, a low of self-esteem, exploitation, vulnerability to disease. Okay, some people may not be able to move without mobility aids such as wheelchairs. Where there is discrimination, disability can lead to poverty. Some people refuse to employ disabled person. Yes. Disability in some cases can relate to death as a result of helplessness and starvation, for example, during fire outbreaks, and also financial, educational barriers, employment challenge, loss of rights, suicide, homicide, sexual abuse, and so on. Let's continue to the next question. Question 14. Before we go to the question 14, we have some more conclusion. Community should promote inclusion, equal right, and support service for person with disability. Let's continue by question 14. Analyze cause of Second World War. Some cause of the Second World War. This question have 20 marks. You must start from introduction, continue to the bodies, and then conclusion. Introduction have 2 marks, body have 16 marks, and conclusion have 2 marks. This is the body as the point of cause of Second World War. First, the unrealistic Vizierment Peace Treaty of 1919. The second is appeasement policy. You see. And the next cause of Second World War is alliance system. Next is weakness of weak nations. The effect of world economic depression, the rise of the dictators, the rise and the growth of nationalism, influence of praise, arms race led to Second World War, and so on. Let's see, as a conclusion to that question, the combination of politics, economic, and military tension caused the Second World War. Question 15. Evaluate the outcomes that resulted from American Revolution. Okay. Let's see the last questions. This question also have 20 marks. You can start with introduction with 2 marks, body with 60 marks, and conclusion with 2 marks. The main outcomes resulted from American Revolution. First is the loss of life. Second is destruction of property. Third is Confederation of Americans. Third is American revolts become source of inspiration to many people seeking freedom, especially Latin America and French. Also, monopoly of a Protestant church was removed. Blacks become citizens of America. Abolition of unfair taxation system. French Revolution. Independence of American colonial granted. Liberalization of trade. Creation of democratic relation France and America. Increased status of woman. It is as a conclusion, American Revolution greatly influenced democracy and independence movement worldwide. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much for watching this video. I wish you good luck in your national examination, and also if you have any question, please type in comment. If you have any past papers, please type in comment. And also if you like this video, please make subscribe and share to your colleagues. Thank you so much. Let's see you in the next video and also in comment.